Hello friends, James Stevenson back with my latest chart. I just made this one this morning and posted it to X. My assistant, Loki, is here below me, snoozing in bed. Here's the chart. A lot can change in 5 years, is how I captioned it. Let me click on this and show you the portrait orientation chart here. Most of my charts are in landscape, because I'm working on them on a computer, which is in landscape mode. But occasionally I mix it up and do one in portrait because a majority of X users are on their phones and they don't want to have to turn their phone all the time to get the chart to fit their screen. So sometimes I'll do one in portrait like this one, designed to be seen and appreciated quickly on a phone. It's the increase/decrease in vehicles sold in the US since 2018, Tesla versus all other luxury brands combined. What's the Tesla chart doing? It is moving up and to the right as time passes. So since 2018, which is why the first year shown is 2019, 2019 and 2020, Tesla's US sales didn't grow by much versus where they already were in 2018. Part of that was because they were trying to supply the entire world. So in 2019, they needed to ship a lot of units around the world. And then in 2020, well, that was the COVID year that resulted in this severe downtrend that we see here for other companies in 2020, with a little bounce back in 2021 for all other luxury brands combined, followed by a steep drop in 2022, where it remains nearly in 2023. A little bit of a rebound here, but still down 500,000 vehicles compared to how many they sold in 2018. How's Tesla doing compared to what they sold in 2018? They're up nearly 500,000. So 1,000,000 units worth of delta between this point and this point. What's that telling you? It says way back here, so in 2018, the year before this x-axis begins, the auto industry was outselling Tesla by an amount 1,000,000 units more than the amount that all other brands combined are outselling Tesla by today. How large is that number? I'm glad you asked. Let me bring up the numbers. I didn't show this view when I showed this chart because I wanted to save it for a chart when I didn't have as much to say, right? There's not as much going on in this chart. It's just two lines. But I will sweep over here to the left so you can see where the data is coming from. Don't mind the yellow shaded cells. That's just me making notes to myself that I had to manually input these because I did not trust the numbers provided by goodcarbadcar.net, or there were no numbers from goodcarbadcar.net for that year for that brand for whatever reason. I had to do that with Mercedes as well. I had to punch these numbers in and then I forgot to make them yellow. But then for Tesla, all of these numbers are what Troy Teslike says the numbers were in the US. Why don't I just use the numbers Tesla publishes? Because Tesla doesn't publish the number of vehicles they sell in the US. We are left to guess. So I use Troy's guess. I judge it to be the best guess anybody has. And then below the detailed data set, you can see how I have summarized this by the major brands. So the top 5 apart from Tesla here, followed by Tesla, and then the all others is how I made this chart that you've seen previously. If you didn't see that video, go watch that video now. You can go to my X profile and scroll down until you find it. It won't take you too long to get there. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, James Stevenson, and you'll find it there. If you scroll down my videos, it'll be there real quick. I made another video about another chart that I posted to Flourish. I'll show you how I did that. I leave myself some notes on where I found the data that I input. So here's one of those sections. Here's another one. I thought I was going to do something with a 3-year trailing average, but decided not to. So here's what the 3-year trailing average would look like. A little bonus content for you. This is a little bit smoother rise for Tesla if you do the 3-year trailing average, and it smooths out the 2020 COVID wonkiness for the rest of these brands, so you can see them steadily marching downhill a little more clearly this way, with still some judder in there from brands like BMW that did hop around a lot. And here is the yearly market share. So this is how I made that other chart on Flourish with lots of colorful mini charts, the bar charts, where Tesla now has 27% of the market, and everybody else combined gets you to 100% in total. So yeah, the rest of the market combined used to take 92% of the market, and they now don't even have 73% of the market. There you go. That's where that chart came from. And the chart that I showed you earlier in this video, the line chart, is just right here. Now, let me move this out of your way. There you go. All other brands combined down 500,000 from where they were earlier. Let me show the formula bar so you can see where this is coming from. There's the 2018 number. Here's the 2023 number. Total excluding Tesla had been 2,258,777. That's down all the way to 1,758,312. A decrease of 500,000 vehicles, while Tesla is up. I didn't even use the lowest number here for Tesla. Back in 2017, Tesla sold 52,000 vehicles. I decided to begin my chart in 2018 instead of 2017. I could have shown a 600,000 unit increase versus 2017, but decided that the line looked better. If you could see the hockey stick here, instead of jumping and then flatlining for a couple of years and before growing. So yeah, Tesla was outsold, or total excluding Tesla was 2.2 million more vehicles than Tesla sold back in 2017. And now the total excluding Tesla is barely 1 million more than what Tesla alone is selling. I'm comparing this number against that number and saying, hey, this one's only about 1 million more. It used to be about 2 million more. So that's pretty impressive. Any way you look at it, I mean, this chart makes it look pretty good. This chart makes it look pretty good if you study this chart long enough. But there you go. That's my video for today, unless Loki has anything to add. He doesn't. He is curled up and snoozing. So with that, thank you for watching the video. Remind you to like the video if you liked the video, to let the algorithm know to recommend it to others like you who might also like the video. And to thank everyone who supports me. I appreciate your support, and especially my two executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com, and I'll see you in the next one.